Hello, hello, welcome back to my channel. I am glad you are all here. I hope everybody's doing okay. I know that, I'm an empath, and I also get information. So if somebody beside me is angry, I can ask my spirit guides to tell me why they're angry, and I'll get a download of all of their frustrations and anger and why and things like that. I believe that the universe or God or, the spirit, whatever, has given me this gift to not only detect when somebody's upset or happy or whatever, but to also be able to really get to the core of it. Because sometimes, when somebody says, I'm mad, but they really don't know exactly why they're mad, they just have a feeling of being mad. And the kind of type of empath that I am, I can get down to the why and the how of it and really get to the core and do some serious, deep, dark healing in other people. Now, personally, I have to have somebody be that for me because I've understand now that I cannot go it alone. I have to also have somebody else help me through my stuff. I used to think, well, I am an empath. Why can't I fix myself and all of these things? And that's just kind of not how it worked out. So I also need people and need healers, and I need empaths, and I need readers, and I need all of that as well. So there's that. And I that brings me all the way back to the energy of the world, the energy of my state, my town, all of that. The anxiety level is just astronomical. And all of my little tricks and all of my know-hows to settle myself inside, to calm myself inside, it's just not working. It worked for like 5 minutes, or this one will work for like a half a day. You know what I mean? I just need new tools. So if there's anybody out there that has figured out how to use a different tool other than protecting themselves or turning off the news or, saging or whatever, let me know. Because I'm available for new ways to help combat and pull this stress and anxiety and anger away from me so that I can, not get sick too, because I don't want that at all. So anyways, thank you for showing up, and apparently it's extremely important if you really like my videos and what I'm doing here, and I hope you do. You'll need to subscribe if you're new, and push the like button. And apparently that's incredibly important on keeping me on. So I would be very, very grateful if you do that. This is sage. I burn sage before I do any readings or any pendulum work or anything like that. And the Native Americans, I know I've said this before, but the Native Americans believe this is medicine. And it cleans your energy. It cleans out everything. It's also used in prayers, and it's used in their Native American rituals a lot. It's one of those sacred herbs that they have. So I usually do this. I clean my pendulum, make sure that it's cleared of all energy prior to, so that we can have a clean slate. I also ask the spirits to make me a hollow bone, to speak through me, guide me with all information that I have. Here you go, guys. Here's some for you too. All right. So now that that is done, put it out a little bit, or else we'll just smolder and smoke for days. All right. And this right here, if you're new, I've always asked Spirit to help me along the way, and I asked for signs. And I asked for a long time ago. I learned that I could ask for anything that I wanted. So I asked for feathers. So these are feathers that have literally dropped in front of me. There was one time I was at work at the Air Force Academy, tells you where I'm at, and I was having one of those really, really tough, stressful days, and I was like, oh, Spirit, you know, if you're out there and I know that you're guiding me through this and everything is okay, show me a sign. And I was getting into my work truck, and I don't know which one it was anymore because it's been years. A feather, as I'm closing my door to my truck, a feather came through, flew through, and landed on my lap. I busted up in tears. I can still tear up now. You know that Spirit can show up and tell you when you ask, I am here. I am here. There was another time, and I think it's a little itty bitty tiny one that's in here. I have no idea where this feather came from. I was in Walmart. And I'm walking around Walmart, and it was just another really, really tough day. I've had a few of those. And I asked one more time, I'm like, Spirit, if you are here, show me a sign. Now, I didn't think I was going to get a sign in Walmart. I really just kind of put that prayer out there, and I was just going to leave it there and walk around. But I literally looked down in the middle of Walmart where a feather should not be, and there was a feather on the floor. I was amazed. These are the type of things that has happened to me over and over and over again throughout my lifetime when I ask for Spirit to show up. So I have gathered as many as I could gather up until the point, and then I made a fan with all of my gifts that I have received. I've received more since I bound this, but you know what I mean. And I put a little thingamajigger at the bottom just to make it kind of fancy. But yeah, that's been my feather, and that's been my fan for my sage. So anyways, onward. This right here is all of my herbs. Witch's herb, my rosemary, copal, or however you guys say that. I have also, what is this? I forget what this is. I forget what that is. I forget what that is. Okay, so I also have more herb, cedar, homemade cedar. So I have a whole bunch of things in this little thing right here. We have a wonderful store here that I love to support. They are ran by a mom and pop store here, and it's a metaphysical store, and they just have built it up, you know, because they just wanted to help the community, and then they have a whole bunch of workshops through this metaphysical shop, and it's called, if you're ever in Colorado Springs, it's called Celebrations, and they're wonderful. They have everything. They have specials. They have readers there, and I like to really support these guys because I know who they are and I know what they're about, so I will purchase things. And I know that the things that they have in there are gathered with love and care, and that's important to me. That's real important to me. I don't want to have anybody hand me over sage that hasn't been prayed over. And in the Native American spirit, they lay out tobacco, and when you take something from the earth that you have to give back. And one of their herbs that they give back is tobacco. And some Native Americans, they put seeds, you know, to replenish the earth. Whatever you have taken, you have to give back. It's like the you know, yin and yang of it. So anyway, so anything that they gather from there, I know that they have done it prayerfully. So that's important to me. So anyways, all right, so let's get on with it. What is today? Oh, I have a viewer request. A viewer request wanted to know about Devon Nunez. Now, Ding Dong showed up on, was it Fox News? I don't know. Some news saying, you know, to to don't not go to the restaurants because they're going to suffer and you need to still support them all. And he was just giving out the wrong message as usual. But that was the first I've seen of him in quite a long time. So I really want to check in on Nunez. And I'm going to do it with my energy cards and this is the energy deck that I use. I've seen a few readers have this. I always look and go, oh, that's my favorite deck. I love it. So this is one of my favorite things. So I'm going to check in on Devon Nunez. The energy and what's going on with him. Come on, Devon. What would you like to tell us? Or what would you like not to tell us? I'm into that too. What do you have for us, Devon? Ooh. You know, the first thing I feel from this guy is he's like that 5-year-old. Well, maybe 10-year-old who is he's enough age to navigate things, you know, and manipulate, but so immature that he just gets you know, if somebody calls him a name, he would still be the one like, how dare you call me a name? How dare you? What do you think you are? I'm going to get you back for that type of immaturity. A lot like the president. But anyways, Devon Nunez, I'm just going to call him Nunez because I keep on wanting to call him David. Nunez, he's like a tattletale. That's exactly what this guy is. He's a little, you know, you've been with them at work, especially at work, those little tattletales where if they find something out, you can watch the sparks come from the back of their shoes, hightailing it to tattle on you. He's that guy. He's that guy. Ugh. All right. Let's see what we got. See what are you up to? What have you been doing, Mr. Nunez? Ew. He's like that coworker you want to just slap. And everybody gathers at the water hole going, oh my gosh, did you see what they did? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, Nunez. Let's see what you have for us, Mr. Tattletale. The world. This is what he got from the get-go. The world. Let's see. Why would he get the world to represent him? Oh, this talks to me about him traveling. Like he has that ego of, I'm very worldly, very worldly. I want a car. I want a boat. I want the mansion. I want the princess. I want the side piece. I want the money. I want the brand new shoes. I want the tuxedo. He's very, very worldly. Not much on the inside. Action. Action is, the immediate influence on him. It could be positive or it could be negative. However, this is action. Somebody's taken action against him. And he's taking action against somebody else. It's like he's suing somebody. Or something. But he's very, very active in this whole President Trump, everybody. He's very active in all of this. Ugh. All right. So this is what's behind him. This is what came up. Healer of Ages, which is a very good card for him. Is he religious? Is he one of us? That's not impossible. Trust me, I don't like saying good things about people I don't like either. However, the cards never lie. Is he a healer and he's misusing it? That would be sad to find out if he was a healer and he was misusing it. What's above him? Victory is above him. Victory. This talks to me about a lawsuit that he's going to have victory. Mr. Nunez, Angel of Strength. Is he changing his heart? Is he changing his ways? I think this is talking about how much he's a healer. Oh, he does. I think he's one of us. That would be interesting to find out. Because then they have this one, Caring Connections. Caring Connections. Now this could be affairs upon affairs upon affairs, Caring Connection. But this seems like he is in love. He has found somebody that will love him back. So this is maybe talking about the reason why he's gone. He's been in a romantic thing. He feels victorious. Angel of Strength, the woman that showed up, the Caring Connections. He has found love. I hope this changes his heart to come back to the right side of healing. I've experienced the healers that have went astray. And it's not pretty to watch one of us go to the dark side and use their powers for the bad. It's not pretty. Because here it is. This is the person, he's hostile. Hostilities. This represents him. Current him. Hostilities. He's still angry about pretty much everything. But he's really still angry about the impeachment. Ugh. Magician in the mirror. He's been faking us out. He was lying through the whole thing. The impeachment. He's been a liar. That's what he is. That's what he does. The environment factors. The magician in the mirror. So the magician, when he's looking at Trump or doing Trump's bidding, he's also the same person as Trump. There's no difference between the magician and him. The magician in the mirror. All tied up. Goodness. All tied up. He's also all tied up in this whole Trump era facet, and he has lost all respect from the people and government and anybody else that ever liked him at any point. But he's finally found the woman that will love him no matter what. Good for him. Everybody deserves that. But he's all tied up with his inner emotions. He's tied up. I think in a way he's kind of regretting being the puppet for Trump and the Republican administration, but he knew when he walked into it, he knew what he was getting into. He knew what he was going to get into. And here's the community. Now this looks like a happy card, but the community that he lives in right now, they don't like him. He doesn't really have one anymore, but it's even worse now. It's tons worse. Like, it's almost like people walk by him and look at him and glare at him and with that look of Yeah, you're a Trump puppet. You're a Trump puppet. Get away from us. We don't want to have anything to do with you. He's not gathering friends. He doesn't have, but he's definitely in the Trump community, for sure. But he's one of us. He's one of us that can do this, that knows right, like that. He's using his powers for the dark, which is a shame, which is the most dangerous, because I don't know, is he gonna go, there's hell and then there's double hell, and I think he might be going to double hell for this kind of stuff. I know that when you have abilities, it's incredibly important to make sure that you're on the right side of your abilities, because I've seen the corrosion on the other, and it's a sad thing, but it happens. It definitely happens. So there's Mr. Nunez, the little all tied up hostility little man that he is. I'm glad I'm not that woman, but everybody needs love, I suppose. Even Mr. Nunez. All right, so let's do some pendulum work. What should we do? All right, these right here. Whoop! Somebody had asked me to always show my cards, so I apologize if I haven't been doing that. But these guys, I like them. They're kind of old-fashioned, but yet fancy. So I like them. I like them, I like them, I like them. But, pendulum work. What should we ask? 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 Oh, I heard a rumor, maybe it was Scott Allen who was doing a little reading, if Ivanka was pregnant. Shall I do it? No, I don't do it. Ivanka's so... Pregnant, it was like, she was the reading from Scott Allen was that she was pregnant from a cheater, from a younger man. And let that be his reading. Anyways, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if any of those children were her husband's, to be honest. Like Game of Thrones, you know how none of the children were anybody's who they were supposed to be. All right, let's see. What kind of pendulum work shall we do? What kind of question would we like to ask? Let me think for just a second. Prince, Knight of Swords, Hangman. King of Wands. I'm sorry if this is boring. I don't mean for it to be. Seven of Wands. One day I'll do a good, huge reading with these guys. These are just my favorite for pendulum work because they just have such beautiful, beautiful pictures on them. So. All right. So what do we got here? We got the King of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, the Hangman, and the Prince of Pentacles. Okay, so what will we represent with these guys? The Hierophant. All right. So what I want to know is with the Hierophant and the King of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles and the Hangman and the Prince of Pentacles is which, I don't know. I don't even know if that's going to work either. Well, all right. So far as our economy is concerned, let's say this represents 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and a year. We'll put that guy back. When will our economy recover? So this is 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and a year. Let's do it that way. Okay, so Pendulum, give me a yes answer for when and what time frame is our economy going to start its recovery. So this is 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and a year. So give me a yes answer for when. 3 months? 3 months. All right. How about 6 months? Is our economy going to recover in 6 months? No. Is our economy going to start recovering in 9 months? Well, it's giving me a yes for 9 months. So 9 months, it's going to start its recovery. How about a year? How about a year? You're going to have to give me bigger, bigger, bigger. Oh, I can't see it. All right, hang on. Okay, how about... There we go. Now we can see it. Okay, how about a year? We're looking for a good recovery also, so it's going to start in 9 months, but how about a year? Stay still. How about a year, Pendulum? Can you get bigger? How big? How big of the economy? Thank you. How much bigger than the economy? Give me big. Spirit, give me big. All right, so what it's saying is 9 months from now, the recovery is going to start, and within a year, so it's 9 months from now, but a year from now, it's going to start looking a whole heck of a lot better. So yeah, it's going to suck for a while, people. It's going to get worse before it gets better, and we all know that. But we're being cracked open for a new existence, for new stuff. I'm almost excited about it, to find out what our new outlook and our new way of life is going to be. You know, higher power or spirit never does anything for our bad. It's always there to boost us and shove us into better. It doesn't see punishment. It says this is going to help you guys get better. I completely believe that. So hold faith, have patience, hang in there, and stick with the light workers. Incredibly important information. All right, thanks guys for joining me. Peace out.